You trying to take God's credit, bro?
I'm taking God's credit. No, God sent me for you. All that passionate shit you used to be popping back in the day is crazy. Now it's a whole different story.
Cause you're trying to say, babe, I didn't have no divine to my life.
You didn't. You had a backpack and a pair of cleats.
So what?
That's your objective of me putting all this work in. It would have been somebody else. Somebody else would have did it. Did I come looking for Chrisean Rock divined already? Or did Chrisean Rock come to me out of desperation?
How out of desperation? You're hosting a show. That's business.
You're a goofy
bitch. No, that's not true.
Okay, so it took something for you to get 7 tattoos, right, you goofy bitch?
Stop talking to me crazy.
Then stop being goofy.
Hold on to your screens, because this isn't your everyday celebrity gossip. It's a full-blown chaos eruption. Karlissa has called the cops. Ronny evidence has surfaced. And Chrisean Rock is running for cover faster than a Karlissa fleeing. Paparazzi. The timelines are burning, the memes are multiplying, and fans are losing it in real time. If you thought reality TV was dramatic, this makes the Kardashians' family meltdowns look like a quiet Sunday brunch. The internet is on fire. Screenshots are flying. Reaction videos are popping up faster than you can refresh your feed. Chrisean's frantic energy, Karlissa's bold move, and Ronny's evidence coming to light have created a perfect storm. This isn't just a scandal. It's a viral masterclass in chaos, drama, and outrage. With a dash of you won't believe what happens next. Every single post, story, and tweet now carries explosive potential. This is bigger than social media. Drama is a spectacle. Public outrage, viral memes, and high-stakes celebrity tension collide in a way that no one can scroll past. Buckle up, because the meltdown, the leaks, and the courtroom-adjacent chaos are just getting started. Chrisean Rock isn't just running, she's running for the headlines, and the internet is sprinting right alongside her. This isn't your everyday celebrity gossip, it's a full-blown social media apocalypse. And it all started with whispers that exploded into chaos faster than you can refresh a timeline. Karlissa, never one to play quietly, decided to escalate matters by calling the cops. And just when everyone thought the drama couldn't get any worse, Ronny's evidence surfaced. Chrisean Rock, caught in the center, instantly became the focal point of public attention, running metaphorically and in some reports literally for cover. Fans, bloggers, and reaction channels were immediately glued to every post, screenshot, and cryptic comment, dissecting every detail as if it were evidence in a blockbuster trial that it started quietly. Cryptic social media posts, indirect captions, and vague statements spread like wildfire across platforms. Observers pieced together the story bit by bit, creating a narrative that was both compelling and combustible. Blueface wasn't directly involved this time, but the echoes of his previous chaos in Chrisean's orbit added fuel to the fire. The moment Karlissa decided to involve law enforcement, the stakes skyrocketed. Suddenly, what was already a tense situation became an unavoidable public spectacle. Ronny's evidence was the match that lit the fuse, screenshots, messages, and proof that had been quietly circulating now exploded into full view. Reaction videos, stitched together moments of tension, screenshots of posts, and Chrisean's frantic activity, creating content that audiences couldn't scroll past even if they tried. Every post became a headline, every story a clue, every cryptic comment a piece of the puzzle. Fans weren't just watching, they were analyzing, debating, and amplifying the chaos themselves. Chrisean's reaction was instantaneous and explosive. This wasn't measured PR or carefully worded statements. It was panic, it was fury, and it was survival instinct all rolled into one. Social media feeds lit up with her posts, stories, and reactions. Fans immediately noticed the pattern. Chrisean doesn't just react, she detonates. Her presence in the narrative became commanding, forcing the public to pay attention to her every move. Every cryptic story or fleeting post was interpreted as either confession, explanation, or defiance. The public split instantly. One faction praised her for defending herself and protecting her narrative, particularly in the face of legal escalation and leaked evidence. The other faction criticized her, claiming she was overreacting and feeding into the drama cycle that social media thrives on. Every post, story, and interaction became subject to scrutiny. Silence was not an option. It was interpreted, debated, and weaponized. Meanwhile, Karlissa became the lightning rod of attention. Calling law enforcement was a move that instantly elevated the stakes. Social media timelines ignited as people dissected her motivations, her strategy, and the potential fallout. Memes were born from her actions. Reaction videos showcased dramatic reenactments and exaggerated interpretations. Every minor gesture became fodder for debate, making Karlissa a central figure in the viral storm whether she intended it or not. The child at the center of this chaos, innocent, unnamed, and undeserving, became an involuntary public figure. Every post about them, every cryptic reference, every reaction was dissected, shared, and speculated upon. Social media attention doesn't stop, and the spotlight was relentless. Memes, commentary, and viral speculation magnified what should have been private matters into a public spectacle. Chrisean's social media behavior showcased both panic and strategic awareness. Each post, story, and reaction acted as a breadcrumb trail for her followers to interpret. Fans analyzed tone, timing, and wording, creating a multi-layered narrative where every move mattered. The digital audience consumed, debated, and amplified each moment, ensuring the drama would persist. By now, the stage was fully set. Chrisean was running for the headlines. Karlissa had escalated the situation to legal involvement, and Ronny's evidence had become a ticking time bomb that would define the next viral chapters. Timelines were ablaze, comment sections erupted into debates, and the audience was completely invested. The stakes had never been higher. Social media was no longer a passive platform. It was a battlefield. Every screenshot, post, and cryptic comment was a weapon, and every fan, blogger, or influencer became part of the viral machinery. The combination of panic, escalation, and surfaced evidence created a perfect storm, one that would not resolve quietly. By the end of this phase, the narrative had fully materialized. Chrisean Rock had detonated into public view. Karlissa had escalated the situation dramatically, and Ronny's evidence loomed like a digital sword over the unfolding chaos. The internet was hooked, timelines were ablaze, and the drama was primed for the next explosive chapter where memes, celebrity commentary, and public outrage would push this viral story to unprecedented heights. The first act had concluded, but only just. The tension was set, the digital battlefield was alive, and the audience remained on the edge of their seats, waiting for the meltdown to continue. This was not just gossip, it was an all-out viral spectacle, and everyone online was now part of it. Once the chaos hit social media, the story didn't just escalate, it went nuclear. Timelines erupted like fireworks, and the internet transformed into a frenzy of speculation, memes, and hot takes. Bloggers, influencers, and reaction channels scrambled to dissect every post, screenshot, and cryptic story, turning the situation into a viral spectacle that no one could ignore. Comment sections became battlegrounds, with opinions flying like missiles, logic optional, and drama mandatory. Ronny's evidence, which had initially surfaced quietly, now circulated like wildfire. Screenshots, videos, and messages were repurposed as proof, dissected for context, and weaponized by audiences hungry for scandal. Every post by Chrisean, every subtle caption, and every fleeting story became part of the narrative. Even minor interactions from the girlfriend, if she was involved, were analyzed, debated, and memified instantly. Proximity to chaos had made her a permanent target, whether she wanted it or not. Silence was interpreted as guilt, smiles became incriminating, and every action was magnified tenfold. Memes exploded across platforms. Chrisean's frantic posts were remixed with sarcastic captions and dramatic overlays, portraying her panic, defiance, and chaotic energy as both shocking and hilarious. Blueface comparisons emerged, likening the situation to iconic reality TV meltdowns and over-the-top soap opera confrontations. The girlfriend, caught in the crossfire, was turned into a reluctant punchline by social media, her image constantly analyzed and scrutinized. The internet doesn't forgive proximity, it weaponizes it for likes, shares, and comments. Chrisean's panic evolved into controlled digital drama. Her posts, stories, and captions weren't just emotional, they were strategic. Each post sent a message, guided perception, and forced the audience to engage. Fans debated whether she was acting out of fear, frustration, or calculated strategy. Each interpretation spread like wildfire, amplifying the scandal and ensuring that the story remained front-page news across all social media platforms. Celebrities and influencers got involved indirectly. Subtle captions about loyalty, boundaries, and accountability flooded feeds, creating additional commentary layers without explicitly naming anyone. Subtweets proliferated, memes evolved, and viral videos dissected every reaction, adding complexity and depth to the unfolding chaos. The girlfriend's social media activity became a magnifying glass under which the public analyzed her every move. Stories, posts, likes, everything was scrutinized. Silence became guilt, casual gestures were interpreted as confirmation, and social media exposure amplified every minor detail. In this digital age, being in the orbit of viral drama guarantees permanent scrutiny, and she had become a central figure, intentionally or not. Karlissa's escalation via law enforcement intensified the drama further. The combination of police involvement, Ronny's surfaced evidence, and social media amplification created a high-stakes spectacle. Timelines were ablaze, memes circulated at lightning speed, and comment threads exploded with debate. Public engagement wasn't passive, it was active, viral, and relentless. The drama wasn't just witnessed, it was dissected, analyzed, and amplified in real time. Compton, as a backdrop, became symbolic. It represented history, boundaries, and the consequences of letting outsiders step into charged emotional spaces. The stakes weren't just personal, they were cultural. Observers debated ethics, accountability, and emotional transparency in a social media landscape where exposure is permanent and speculation spreads faster than truth. By now, the story had transcended personal drama. Chrisean's frantic energy, Karlissa's legal escalation, and Ronny's evidence combined to create a multi-layered viral phenomenon. Memes, subtweets, reaction videos, and commentary ensured the story would persist. The narrative was no longer linear, it had evolved into a multi-dimensional spectacle where every post, story, and interaction contributed to a larger cultural dialogue about celebrity, accountability, and the power of social media. Fans and the audience were hooked. Timelines buzzed with speculation, comment threads erupted into debates, and the story became a cultural touchstone for analyzing celebrity behavior. Every reaction, meme, and shared screenshot extended the chaos, keeping it alive far beyond the initial eruption. Chrisean had reclaimed narrative control, Karlissa had escalated with audacity, and Ronny's evidence loomed as the ticking time bomb that would continue driving discussion for weeks. By the end of this phase, the story had reached a fever pitch. The digital world was fully invested, memes were circulating endlessly, reaction videos were trending, and audiences were dissecting every nuance. The stakes were higher than ever. Reputations, public perception, and social media clout were all on the line. The stage was now set for the final phase, where aftermath, consequences, and lasting impact would define the narrative and leave audiences anticipating the next explosive twist. As the storm of chaos slowly settled, the aftermath began to reveal the true consequences of one viral explosion. Chrisean Rock, initially frantic and running from the immediate heat of Karlissa's police involvement and Ronny's evidence, began to regain a semblance of control, but the damage, scrutiny, and public attention were far from over. Every move she made, every post she shared, and every story she hinted at was now dissected by the audience, turning her personal reaction into a prolonged spectacle. Her digital presence became a map for the audience to interpret motives, emotions, and intentions, all while the public watched her navigate one of the most intense celebrity storms of the year. The child, unintentionally caught in the crossfire, became a permanent focal point of public concern. Private struggles were turned into public discussion points, creating a spotlight that was impossible to escape. Every social media mention, even indirect references, became fodder for analysis, speculation, and memes. The internet doesn't pause, it consumes relentlessly, amplifying minor details into viral talking points. This highlighted the harsh reality. Proximity to celebrity drama, especially involving minors, can make private matters public almost instantly. Karlissa, meanwhile, solidified her position as the instigator of the escalation. Her decision to involve law enforcement wasn't just strategic, it was performative, and the public noticed. Memes celebrated her audacity, reaction videos dissected her timing, and the story surrounding her escalated into a viral subplot of its own. Her involvement reshaped the narrative from a personal conflict into a spectacle of authority, accountability, and controversy. Every post, story, or cryptic caption from Karlissa was analyzed, debated, and amplified, showing how a single decision could have ripple effects across timelines and public perception. The girlfriend of Chrisean was not spared scrutiny. Her social media presence was analyzed as though she were a participant in the viral chaos, even if she hadn't intended to be. Every interaction, smile, and story became part of the narrative. Silence became perceived guilt. Casual posts were interpreted as confirmation, and proximity alone made her an unwilling fixture in the ongoing spectacle. Social media, with its relentless amplification, ensured that even the innocent could not escape the fallout of viral drama. Blueface, though not central to this specific incident, became a reference point in public discussions. Fans drew comparisons between his past behaviors and the current scenario, creating a larger narrative about patterns of celebrity conflict and digital fallout. The audience began to analyze the situation beyond surface-level drama, recognizing recurring dynamics and behavioral patterns in high-profile relationships. Compton, as a setting, transformed into a symbol of history, boundaries, and consequences. The neighborhood represented more than location, it became emblematic of the stakes involved when private disputes spill into the public eye. Observers debated the ethical dimensions of social media exposure, parental accountability, and celebrity responsibility. Every gesture, post, and reaction was scrutinized, reinforcing the idea that in celebrity culture, no action exists in isolation. The aftermath also reshaped public perception. Chrisean's frantic energy was now seen as strategic presence, showcasing her ability to reclaim narrative control under pressure. Karlissa's audacity positioned her as a dominant figure, capable of escalating situations and commanding public attention. The child's situation remained a sensitive and controversial focal point, forcing the audience to grapple with the implications of private matters made public. The girlfriend's unintended involvement highlighted the collateral consequences of proximity to viral drama. Social media platforms became arenas for prolonged discussion, comment sections, reaction videos, and meme pages continuously dissected every update, ensuring that the narrative persisted far beyond the initial explosion. The public engagement turned the situation into a living spectacle, where every new post, story, or subtle reaction fueled ongoing debate and speculation. Ultimately, the chapter didn't conclude, it paused. Celebrity chaos in the digital age doesn't resolve neatly. It resets, timelines shift, attention moves, and viral moments linger. Awaiting the next catalyst, Chrisean maintained narrative control. Karlissa's escalation remained a dominant talking point, and the child's circumstances stayed in public focus. The girlfriend's digital presence, whether she wanted it or not, became permanently entwined with the unfolding saga. This aftermath revealed patterns in celebrity culture, how attention is distributed, how emotional reactions are interpreted, and how public perception solidifies around high-profile conflicts. The cycle of scrutiny, escalation, and analysis ensured that the drama would leave a lasting impression, with audiences anticipating future twists and turns. Every meme, post, and reaction became part of the ongoing cultural commentary, shaping discussions of accountability, ethics, and celebrity exposure in the digital age. By the end of this phase, the story had transformed. What started as whispers and leaked evidence evolved into a viral spectacle of panic, escalation, and strategic narrative control. Chrisean reclaimed her voice, Karlissa asserted influence, and the child's circumstances became a permanent point of reference in public perception. Social media attention remained relentless, and audiences were left both satisfied and hungry for the next viral development. Celebrity drama, as always, proved one thing: attention is currency. Chaos is inevitable, and no one escapes unscathed. The story paused, but the narrative lingered in timelines, memes, and discussions, waiting for the next explosive catalyst to continue the saga. And that, my friends, is why celebrity chaos never sleeps. One screenshot, one phone call, one leak, and suddenly the internet is in full meltdown mode. Karlissa calls the cops, Ronny's evidence surfaces, and Chrisean is running for cover, leaving timelines ablaze and memes erupting faster than you can scroll. The audience is glued, the chaos is viral, and the drama isn't stopping anytime soon. If you're still watching, you already know why Celeb SYNC exists. We don't just report the chaos, we break it down, dissect it, and expose the truths everyone else is too scared to touch. No filters, no sugarcoating. Raw, uncut celebrity drama served with sarcasm, outrageous exaggeration, and enough controversy to make your timeline combust. Smash that like button like it owes you money. Drop a comment telling us who handled this worse: the silence, the evidence leak, or the explosive reactions. Subscribe immediately, because scandals don't wait, and neither do we. Turn on notifications so you never miss the next meltdown, the next viral clip, or the next chaotic twist. Here on Celeb Sync, drama is constant, chaos is king. And the next viral eruption is already loading. Timelines are buzzing, memes are ready, and the next scandal is lurking just around the corner. Don't blink or you'll miss the fallout, the drama, and the social media frenzy that follows. Celeb Sync, where celebrity chaos lives, thrives, and explodes one viral meltdown at a time.